Nights are harder. During the day, I can keep myself busy. I can clean. I can cook. I can find small reasons to move from one room to another. But at night, there's nothing to hide behind. The lights go off, the house settles, and the silence becomes louder than anything else. The bed feels cold, no matter how many blankets I pull over myself. I turn to one side, then the other. I adjust the pillow, then adjust it again. Sleep comes close, but never quite stays. My body is tired, but my heart refuses to rest. I stare at the ceiling, watching shadows move as cars pass by outside. And in that darkness, my life begins to rewind. I remember when my children were small, how I would wake up in the middle of the night to check their breathing, to wipe a fevered forehead, to calm a bad dream. Back then, being tired felt meaningful. Someone needed me. Now I wake up too. But no one is calling my name. Sometimes I look at the empty pillow beside me. It used to hold a child's head, a small hand, a warm presence. Now it just holds space, heavy, quiet space. I close my eyes and tell myself, tomorrow will be better. But I don't know how many tomorrows I've been saying that for. Morning always comes, and with it the same quiet, the same empty rooms, the same routine. Some days I pause by the front door, just for a moment. I look outside and see people walking with purpose, going somewhere, meeting someone, and then I turn back inside. Because I don't have anywhere to go where someone is waiting for me. I can go out, I can walk, I can talk. But having the ability is not the same as having a reason. Sometimes I go to the doctor, sometimes I go to the store, and people think that's enough. They don't realize how lonely it feels when you have to make an appointment just to hear another voice. There are days I barely speak at all, and when I finally do, my voice sounds unfamiliar, like it hasn't been used enough. That's why when the phone rings, I clear my throat before answering, as if my voice needs permission to exist again. Sometimes I talk to myself, just a few words, just to hear sound in the room, just to remind myself that I'm still here. People think aging only happens to the body, but aging happens to the heart too. Slowly, quietly, dreams get smaller, hopes become simpler, and words stay trapped inside. I remember asking my own mother, "Are you okay?" And she would smile and say, "I'm fine." I believed her. I didn't know then what those words really meant. Now I understand. She was protecting me the same way I try to protect my children. It's a cycle. One generation hides its pain so the next one can live freely. Sometimes I wonder what would happen if I told the truth. If I said, "I'm scared sometimes. I feel invisible. I feel like I'm slowly fading." Would someone stay? Or would they say, "Don't think like that, Mom"? As if loneliness is just a bad thought you can turn off. So I stay quiet. People praise strength, but no one talks about how exhausting it is to always be strong. No one sees the tears that come only after the lights are off. My pain isn't loud. I don't scream. I don't beg. My pain looks like cold tea left untouched, like an empty chair at the table, like a phone that doesn't light up. I am alive, but sometimes just being alive doesn't feel like enough. If you are listening to this and your parents are still here, please understand this. When they say "I'm fine," they might mean, "I miss you. I need you. I don't want to feel forgotten. I don't want to be a burden." So don't just ask the question. Pause, listen, and ask again. How are you? Really? And then stay quiet long enough to hear the answer. And if you are like me, smiling, nodding, saying "I'm okay" when you're not. Please know this. You are not weak. You are not unnecessary. You are not invisible. You are human, and being human is enough. I'm not okay. But I'm still here, still breathing, still loving, still waiting, still hoping. And some days, that has to be enough. There are moments, small ones, when the weight lifts, just a little. Not because life suddenly becomes easier, but because something inside me remembers how to keep going. It might be the sunlight through the window landing softly on the floor, or the smell of coffee filling the kitchen in the morning, or a bird resting on the fence outside singing like it still believes someone is listening. In those moments, I pause, I breathe, and I remind myself that I am still here. I didn't survive all those years. The long nights, the sacrifices, the endless giving, just to disappear quietly. My life did not end when the house grew quiet. It simply changed its shape. Some days I sit with old photo albums. I trace my fingers over smiling faces, over moments frozen in time. I see a younger version of myself there, tired, busy, needed. And I realize something important. That woman is still me. She didn't vanish when the children grew up. She didn't disappear when the noise left the house. She is still here, inside me. And she still matters. There are days when I step outside, even without a reason. I walk slowly. I feel the air on my skin. I remind myself that the world has not closed its doors to me. I may move at a different pace now, but I am still part of it. Sometimes I smile at strangers, not because I feel joyful, but because connection, even a small one, keeps the heart awake. I am learning something new in this season of life. I am learning that asking for presence is not weakness, that wanting company does not make me a burden, that saying, I don't feel okay today, is not a failure, it is honesty. And honesty is its own kind of courage. I am learning to sit with my feelings instead of hiding them, to let sadness come and go without judging myself for it, to understand that loneliness does not mean my life has lost its value. It just means I loved deeply, and love, even when it hurts, is never something to regret. Ending. Final voice over closing. If you are listening to this and you still have your parents, please don't wait for regret to teach you what presence means. Call them, not to check a box, not out of obligation, but to truly connect. Sit with them, listen beyond the words, because one day the house will be quiet and you will understand everything they never said. And if you are listening to this and you feel like me, if you wake up to silence, if you carry your pain quietly, if you smile so others don't worry, please hear this. You are not invisible. Your life did not expire when your responsibilities changed. Your heart still beats with meaning. You still deserve love, attention, and care. Even now, especially now, I am not okay. And that is not something I need to be ashamed of. I am learning that being okay is not the goal anymore. Being honest is. Being present is. Being here, still loving, still hoping, still breathing, is enough. Some days, that has to be enough. And today I choose to stay.